writing your own scripts. Alright, well you've come this far in this training series on VBScript, and I've no doubt that you're simply itching to get out there and start writing your own scripts if you haven't already started. So in this video, I'm going to try and give you some pointers as to how to approach script writing for yourself. Now, as far as I'm concerned, there's a couple of steps you should take when preparing to write a new script. Now, firstly, you need to define what it is that you want your script to do. That might sound silly. Hey, I know what I want my script to do, right? Well, sure, you probably do, but writing it down in plain English will help you stick to the goal of getting the script written. So let's say, for argument's sake, I need to write a script that's going to ping a server every 5 minutes to see if it responds. If it does respond, I want my script to go to sleep and wake up and then ping the server again. If the script fails, I want to write an event to the event log indicating the failure of the server to respond. Well, it sounds like a pretty simple script really, but writing that down in plain English can really help you later on. So I'd write down something like this. This script is going to ping the server called server01 every 5 minutes for a response. If the ping succeeds, the script will sleep for 5 minutes, it's going to wake up and ping server01 again, and then it's going to repeat this process. Now if the script fails, the script must write an event to the event log on the server that's running the script and then indicate the failure of server01 to respond. Okay, now that's pretty specific. We've detailed exactly what we want our script to do, and trust me, that makes writing your scripts much easier. In a lot of cases, you probably won't just get a great idea for a script anyway. Someone's probably going to come to you and ask you to solve a problem for them. So by writing out a goal of the script like you see here, you can share it with the person that needs their problem solved and ask them if this is what they want done. Now it's much easier to identify the goal when all people understand what the goal is, and showing a non-technical person a script certainly won't mean much to them, but showing them a description like this will most certainly help. Now once you have determined what you want the outcome to be, you should start writing pseudocode. Pseudocode is simply putting together a structure for your script. This isn't VBScript code though, it's still written in plain English. So write down in step-by-step form exactly how your script will need to be written. And we should even break down each step into smaller sub-steps if you like. So the first thing we want to do here is to set the server name. Do we want to use a variable, or a literal, or maybe a constant? Now when we run the ping command, do we use run or exec? Remember, you'll need to use the wish shell to create the interface before we can use either method. Now how are we going to capture the results? We're going to use read all or read line. When we have the results, how are we going to check if the ping was successful? Do we capture the exit code from the ping command? Or should we parse the text from the command to see if there's any replies that would indicate a successful ping? Now once we know the results, we need to either sleep or we're going to have to write out a failure to the event log. Now when we write to the event log, shall we add more code to check that our write to the event log actually itself worked? Now when we need to run the script again, shall we simply sleep our script? Or shall we exit it altogether and then use something like Windows Task Scheduler to simply run our script again every 5 minutes? Now as you may appreciate, even such a simple script as this is going to ask quite a lot of you, and it's this sort of thinking that's going to help you build a successful script. And the same goes for any script. Now if you need to open a text file, you'll want to think about adding in code for checking if the file exists, whether you want to open the file for reading or writing or appending. Now if you're mapping a drive, again you might want to check to see that the drive exists first, or to check if another drive is mapped to the letter that you want to map to. If it is, what's your plan for solving that problem? Now if it helps you, or if you're more of a visual learner, then maybe even considering using something like Microsoft Visio or even a piece of paper and a pen and jot down a flowchart of where your script could go. Now believe me, everything helps. Once you're certain you haven't missed anything and you're ready to start writing some code, then start writing the script in pieces. So attack each piece as you see it here and then test it as you go. Now it's much easier to troubleshoot a small piece of your script than the whole thing in most cases, especially if it's a long script. And this should probably go without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. If it's a script that can cause some damage, such as a script that copies or moves files and folders and so on, or anything that makes changes, when you test your script, do so on a non-production machine, or you're just asking for trouble. Now, if you do get stuck, remember that if you turn off on error resume next in your script, or simply comment out that line, then if you do have a problem with your script, VBScript will error, but it will give you a pointer as to where the problem lies in your script. Now, it will also tell you what line is causing the problem, and that's a big help. Now, of course, if you need further help, there are countless places on the internet that have VBScript help, so head off to your favorite search engine, and you'll probably find that typing in the keyword VBScript and the object or method name that you're trying to get working will lead you down the right path towards getting your script working. And one of the best places to look for further help is Microsoft's own website. So if you point your browser to microsoft.com/scripting or go to technet.microsoft.com, you'll find hundreds of examples of scripts right there, and you'll probably locate an example script that will get you out of a problem. And you'll also quickly realize that these scripts are useful in their own right, and there's probably something there that you can simply modify to suit your own needs, which saves you the trouble of writing most of the script yourself. Alright, in this video we've talked about taking steps to approaching scripting on your own. Now remember, just because we've presented one way of writing a script, it doesn't mean that there isn't a faster, better way of doing the same thing. The most important thing I can tell you from this point is to continue practicing and to script things whenever you can. That way, scripting doesn't just become something you're able to do once upon a time. It's something that you can simply do whenever you want to. The old saying, use it or lose it, certainly comes to mind when talking about scripting, so keep plugging away, and scripting to you will soon become second nature, much to the amazement of your friends, your peers, and your colleagues.